How are generational transition and organizational change managed with your consulting support? Essentially, how do companies grow without aging with your help?
The generational transition is a crucial issue in Italy. Few companies reach the third generation. Unfortunately, many do not even make it to the second. And this is a limitation because it represents a dispersion compared to that regenerative phenomenon I mentioned earlier. Sometimes these are companies that are almost forced to sell. And often this means, of course, moving the management center, the strategic center, outside of our country. Not to make a nationalistic argument, because capital must be able to move and allocate itself where it can achieve the best results. But because this unfortunately means depleting skills, know-how, and capabilities. And in this, I must say, I have always tried to do my best, but I have not always been able to do what I wanted. This is precisely because, as I mentioned, the problem of generational transition exists. And there is also the issue, in some cases, of the founders' inability to correctly transfer management to their children or to someone else who is not also a family member. Today there are several tools. From this perspective, the significant entry of private equity funds into our capital market has certainly created great alternative opportunities. Personally, I have always believed that there is a great opportunity for work in this area, and I have also carried out some very interesting success stories where I was called in by the founder to provide coaching for their children and ensure business continuity. In some other cases, we may be called or have been called to find the necessary capital to replace a part of the family. Today, there are many tools available. Certainly what is important for companies, in this case for the founders or families, in my opinion, are two things. The first is to address the issue when things are going well, that is, to anticipate the topic and find or imagine solutions. It is also possible to draft family agreements that allow for the creation of clear and straightforward governance rules regarding the number of family members, for example, who can hold managerial roles or what the requirements are, regardless of the surname, to occupy managerial positions in the companies. And the companies that have done this have managed very well and successfully, achieving significant results in terms of size. It is not the governance model that defines the success of the company. It is how it is implemented, how it is realized. Therefore, it is certainly important to address the issue at the right time, specifically when things are going well. It is essential to create governance rules that establish mechanisms as close as possible to companies where there is managerial control rather than family control, even when family members are the ones managing. Additionally, I believe it is important to be ready and have the courage, even when things are going well, to be supported by institutional investors who can facilitate these processes, both growth processes and governance, reorganization processes. In this way, I believe that the companies that have addressed these issues, by marking these points, have managed to achieve excellent results. Unfortunately, others did not make it, either for objective reasons or for subjective reasons.